Okay, there you go. So wherever you I'll just show them how the axle's sleeving here. We got these stinking rotten Arrowquips that we're trying to change. That rip your fingernails off. I hate them. So there's the axle. Goes in a lot farther, and you can see that that's only that much span. So it's just about shear factor because there's a fair bit of weight. So it kind of got me nervous. So that's what we did here.
So you can probably see this axle tube, like I showed you before. It extends right through, right to the middle V. So it's one continuous tube.
And then at the back here, Scott, there's another receiver for a ball hitch if you want to tow something else. We have played around with tow to general and different things, just playing around. You have that option. So now let her down.
Is there a max speed on those wheels?
Well, we're gonna recommend, I think, the manual 40 kilometers an hour. That's just to cover our butt. But I mean, this thing tows very, very nice in the highway. I wouldn't scare me to go 60 miles an hour, but I'm not. You never heard me say that, okay? Because they put in the manual stuff. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Yeah, because we got guys that are going to go long distances on highway and
Yeah.
gravel.
Yeah,
And...
I'm aware of it. Yeah.
Okay.
No, it tows quite nice because it's such a long. You know your wheels are so far out behind you. And it does tow nice, very nice.
Good. Okay.
Okay, so now we're ready to unfold here. So first thing you want to do is take out your safety bar. And that's just in case any strap broke. You're missing one strap, you Scott. What?
Show them how that works.
Okay, so it goes like this. And then I'll show you another little trick that we're gonna fix this. Watch, like I got a PowerPoint and it's over 80 slides, little tweaks. Most of them are totally insignificant to you, manufacturer stuff and everything. But anything that's not quite right, I'll explain it to you as I go along. So there's only one strap on here. You'll get two, Scott, and that's because at the last minute we're using one strap to hold up a panel at the end, and I'll show you why. So we'll come to this end, Larry, and I want to make sure Scott's aware of this. So we have to open up this profile a little bit to make it nice to slide through. So when you pull this through, you gotta twist it on an angle or it crashes with the bolt. That's all. So you're aware. Just give it a little twist. So there's your safety bar out. And there's storage pockets back here. And this safety bar is a little bit awkward. That goes there like that. Okay. Now we'll go back to the other side. So this is one thing, Scott, I'm carrying around this handle with me. What we want to do is, I got a bit of a fear, well, I know what's going to happen. If a guy leaves a handle like that, when he swings in his second row of panels, he's gonna take that handle and bend it. I've already done it once myself. So what we want to do is we want to take a little machine bushing to extend that slot so you got a good bearing surface. So you just carry your handle now with each width so that there's no, because like I say, I'm afraid a guy's gonna bend one and then gonna have to be more heated and everything else. So just release your strap now. So I won't use the winch this time. You see how we make out. So now, all you do is you grab your first bundle of panels and just start pushing it. Now make sure if you push it out far enough, Scott, otherwise when you swing this one out, it's going to crash here. That's all. You'll soon figure it out if you don't. Not a big deal. And this little chain here gets put around so that when you're swinging this out, If it's not there, just kind of travel out on you a little bit, and then you end up half dragging that wheel. So that's what that chain's for. So you undo that chain, you swing out your next one. There, then. Undo that chain the same.
So Steve, those chains are welded on there or bolted on so they just stay in place?
They got, there's a chain latch and a quick link. They're not welded on, just the chain latch is welded.
Okay. Yep. Okay, perfect. So they just hang there.
Yeah, and then this here, it's got to account for uneven terrain. This is your pivot point, and then this just encapsulates the tube on either side. There's a certain amount of travel in that top to allow for pumps and bombs.
Oh, sure. Okay.
So this is where we've been struggling and working with a bit. So I got it working pretty decent now. It'll be refined for pre-production, but there's this shelf here, and I got struggling with it the other day. Set it up in a different spot, and it had a big dip in the ground. So these two, the main set is connected here, and then it pivots around, and this can float a certain amount, right? So what happened is I had a big dip here, and I want to slide it up on this shelf, and I couldn't get it. And the shelf is there so that it meshes with these panel clips to keep it consistent, because that's where we can hook up the bud box. So what we did was this, and we'll, I think we're going to go with it, but we'll probably refine it a little bit. So what I got is strapped here so that I pull this, these two panels up regardless of what the terrain is. Because I don't need to tell you, but this ground is reasonable, but it's going to be set up in anything and everything. So that's that. That's your, and when you go to package it up, it's pretty obvious which one you package up first, because you'll see this has the shorter wall. So that snakes up against the frame, and then the other one on the outside of it.
Okay.
And you just do exactly the same, just repeat the process. We'll fold out the other side so you can deal with it. Oh, so in every panel, the first panel in every section has a spring-loaded walk-through door with a coil spring, and it just shuts behind you.
Right.
So you just walk through like that and into the corral. And then we put a chain latch here. There's no chain with it, but say you wanted to leave your cattle in here overnight, a guy can chain latch it shut just for safety.
Okay. We'll sell you one.
You guys?
Or see this one, there's a lot of my cables up, and see how it's holding it right off the ground. I'll get the handle. You want to just hold that, Larry?
So the ratchet, you're only using that for adjustment.
Yeah, it's actually not a ratchet, it's a 1 gig pitch. Just so you know. And it's just there, like I say, you watch me do it, it's pretty decent, but I had a lady out here, one of the ladies that work in marketing, and I had her pushing it because, you know, just because I say it's easy,
Right.
sometimes it's, so she was pushing both ways and she said, no, put a winch on it. So there's some ground that's soft, right? It's actually a little bit soft here, but it's decent ground. So here's our winch strap on the other side that I used to keep this off the ground. Same reason, because of that shelf. So Larry, just show actually, Scott, I got some more pieces ordered. I'm gonna, hopefully it works. I'm gonna have this extended for you.
Okay.
Make a little bit more of a shelf, but Larry will show you just slide it off there.
Gather your towel easier.
So there's all connected together already.
See how that's coming out and dragging?
Yeah.
That's what happens if you don't chain it. Not a big deal, but that's what it does. So you end up sort of dragging out.
It's not changed right there, but
Because it's not a caster. Yeah, I thought it was across the
Okay. Now what we'll do is I'll show you the panel storage and the no-bowl bogey. Now, this is a brand new design for us, this no-bowl bogey. We call it kind of a funny name, but, and we encountered a little problem. But I got a plan for, you know, explain it in a minute here. So this is something else I want to show you. So Eugene, one of our engineers, designed another clip. The clip's on here, but it's awkward, and we don't like it. So we're going to tweak it. So for this time, all you need to do is, so we got little profiles here for the strap, there, and here. Okay. So we'll take the strap off. Now I'm going to try and do this myself, but I won't lie, it's a hard slog with one guy with this bogey. We try to make it as light as possible, but strong enough. So when you bring this into package, you set this in on your main crossbeam, and then just take this and slide it so that panel clip goes over your rail, and then just put your strap on. It's fairly simple.
Does that make sense?
that's for putting it back in, or what? I guess
That's for storing it. Yeah.
for storing it. Yeah. Okay.
We should bring this over a little bit.
So the reason you bring this over right now is so you kind of need this back wall to be relatively
At 90. Not doesn't have to be perfect. Just within reason. Okay, I'm gonna show you what the problem is with this full gate. We got some ideas how to fix it. For this one, I've got, literally did up a prototype, and they're gonna be cutting in pretty quick, but I got one up with the system. We got one. Well, that's one with the chain latch work here. Yeah, it should, because it's here. So I'm gonna send the one with the chain latch on it, because if you got it shut and you're using it as a bud flow or bud box, and you got lots of pressure, I'll show you what happens. So it's kind of humorous in one sense. So we did a job, a big panel job, and they wanted bow gates with no bow on it because they wanted to drive their tractors through the system. So we quickly designed one and made up, I think, 11. And we really, the design kind of caught our eye because we hate those 10-foot high bow gates. They're just a pain in the neck. So we simplified the design, but we kept testing it, and you know how strong it is, right? But what we never thought was this. When you get lots of pressure, it flexes the other way, and it will flop your latch over just as quick as a wink. So for this one, I'll send you one with a chain and a chain latch. And we got an idea for a different type of latch, just so you know. Sorry about that. But.
Okay.
Okay, so this is your panel storage. Here's you put your panels in here. So there's only one in here because that's all you need for the bud box, but it's set up that you can carry some more. So you carry and you sit there because the corral is sitting on the ground. You just sit them on the ground, and then you throw in these bars, and then when you lift up the portable, it just naturally lifts up the panels.
Okay.
My straps are too long, very pretty at the moment. So that just goes from one top of the panel clip just around the rail into the bottom. And you just suck it tight, just for rattling and all that kind of stuff. Holy mackerel, student up that knot. Get it undone.
Well, hopefully it's a little bit warmer in Wyoming where we don't have
Yeah.
been quite as bundled up. Of course, I think they got snow down there right now, so.
Yeah, a few places we're lucky to have that straight. Just incredible fall. That's a good, terrible drought this summer, but it's always got the moisture now. A bit late for some things.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's blue pins here that you just slide out, and that removes it. And then they go in that same storage pocket, and there's one on either side. It doesn't matter. You can put it on either side. Just leave them sit there for a moment. So hook up this panel, hook up the mud blocks, and we're complete. We'll just do a walk around and make sure you got everything, and then we'll package it back up. I want to design a lighter panel, but maybe Dale, maybe I wouldn't want you to see that. It's very, these panels are made semi-permanent. This is like there's stuff at the top, but it's a little bit heavy for carry. Okay. Want to hold that, Larry? I'll pin this here. Okay, so here we have it. and you know. Oh, here, forgot to tell you about this. So at the end here, we got a double alley. I don't think being used as a double alley that much, but so what we're saying is it makes a really nice, let's come follow you, learning his own using the mud box. So you got this panel here as a weight, and if you're on a do that of a slope or something, you put a drop leg there, so it holds your weight. And so you bring your cattle in the weight here. You probably already know it's not low, just go through it so you understand. Into the bud box. Walk through and underneath the piece. You get high enough, you can walk underneath. And then get the cattle going the other way, and you can climb in and follow them go and check your door. Like that, you got them. And then this here can also be used as if you got one cow up there, you can close that so she can't back out. So that can just, you can either set that here for a double alley, like a lot of people just do backline in the pasture, just let them go, or you can hook a chute up at the other end, which we did yesterday, and run a bunch. So what we did yesterday was we had a left-handed chute. We hooked it up to this alley, and then you can walk up and down this cow free zone if you wanted to.
Sure.
And then if you want to sort cattle, we tried it ourselves just to see how well it could sort and did a stuff for the videos for marketing. So you put her geese like that, and then we had some cows and calves right here, and then we just swing the gate like that and just did some sorting like that. Is that making sense to you?
Yep. So then if we're coming from this side, so you got cattle, can't have cattle on both sides, then you just have to switch the panel and the gate over to the other
Depending
side.
on how you're set up, you can put your bud box either side. That makes no difference.
Okay.
You just take these panel clips here, unbolt them, and bolt them onto this post right here. You'll see the holes. Right?
Okay.
The left is the same as the right. Yeah,
Okay.
so don't worry about that.
That looks really good. So as far as then bringing the cattle in, has to
So
be
what
in between the two.
What I did yesterday, just getting that glasses. Yes, as far as bringing the cattle in, which is always like my biggest fear, actually. So I got it at time to see how it's going to work in real life, and it worked out reasonably well. So what I did was, so this would be my fence line over here. But white truck, see that's the fence line. I pulled up to the fence line, and I jacked it a little bit just to keep it as close as I could. So my fence would have been about here, and then I'll wing this out. I wing this side out to the fence line. There, that would have been where my fence was. And then I took this, I winged it out, and then I had a stock and a stock trigger that I added onto the wing. And that's how we got them.
Okay. And then how many head are you looking at being able to, I guess, what's the square footage or what's the length on those?
Just under 3,000 a pen.
Just under 3,000 square feet of pen. So we had, you can fit a lot in, but the challenge is to get that many in and hold them, right? Before you shut the gate. So we had about 45 pairs in yesterday, and I know it's like a lot of room. But
Okay.
see, our first prototype was just 2 panels, okay? A bit like the OK Corral. When we got out and worked it, we thought to ourselves, that's just a little bit small. So then we went 3 panels and stretched the length of our panels, stretched the length of our portable unit. We got out here and it was too big to manage. Like it was so much weight on the panels. And the longer we made the panels, the more flex we had. And we just got scared. So we took the same design, but we just shortened each panel a little bit. I think that one's like 21 and 20 and 19 or something like that.
Okay.
And then what I want to do, it's not on you, but these panel clips that you saw at the end of the bow gate,
Okay.
I want to put holes. I want to put holes in this end post so that the guy, if you want to make your pen on the off side or if you want to lead it, you can add a few panels to make your pen bigger.
Sure.
Is what I want to do.
Sure. That's pretty incredible.
It is. I'll take one.
Just talk to yourself. Don't talk to me because that's not my department.
Just in case.
I'm not able to hear you.
I didn't hear
Larry.
My phone's at 3%,
Oh, Larry's phone's at 3%.
so I might just have to switch to your phone.
Okay, yeah, not a problem. Okay, so, should we fold it up now, Larry? There's the bottom of this panel, Dale. Come over here, just so they know.
Can you switch? Hold on just a second, guys.
The water in that panel. So what I did, Scott, was this
hold on.
prototype system we did here. I'm going to cheat on this one.
Hold on just a
Can you hear?
second, Steve.
Yeah.
Amber, can you switch to Dale's phone for video or spotlight or whatever Laramie had to do? We're not seeing the video anymore. I just got the little video on Dale's phone up top. So now it's black.
Hey guys, I think that the video actually went off. Just give me 1 second, I'll figure it out.
Thank you.
Hold that, Dale, please.
My saddle. Okay, perfect. Thank you. We're back with you, Steve.
Okay, well, I was just going to show you. So Dale, this is the panels. I'm actually carrying a fair bit of water because it's a bit of a joke, but when we built the first system, I welded these panels and what 3 inches weld. I'm just going to do the downhands and be done with it. And never welded there. And I'm tearing off. I haven't burst any rails yet. I don't know, but now I'm adding some. Okay.
So Steve or Dale, it's 9,000 pounds. Is that what I saw in an email?
I think it's 8,000, but I'm going to tell me, am I right or not? Huh?
It's right around, it might be 9.
Yeah.
Max 9. Probably close to 82-ish.
Okay.
Sorry guys, you had to take a
Okay,
phone
I'll
call.
fill out the oil, Ben. Hey, by the way, Ben,
Not a problem.
call you next week.
The feedlots in a panic about some oil or something.
So, Dale, or I guess Larry, I guess you guys know what they're going to be using this for
Thanks, Ben.
in the Cowboy Showdown
At
thing?
the showdown?
Yeah. Is that going to be more for sorting and stuff, or is the chute going to be on the end?
I'm not totally sure. I'm thinking probably more sorting, just because the guy from the show directly reached out to me and asked how to sort in it.
Okay.
But it's been a while since I watched season 1 of the show, and they used the portable Corral. But when they did it that time, from what I saw in that show, they was kind of gathering,
Okay.
and then there was a separate time they took them up the alley and used the specific
Grab it in the field. Actually, quick, you go to that end, Dale. Smile back. You just tip it like this.
Tell them
Yeah, we're shortening the ones up here. Excellent.
Me too. So Steve, is there anything keeping that from coming into the, or I guess maybe that gate there? Well, that gate just shuts there. So So that just has is there anything connecting that left side of that bow gate to the
Yeah,
outside
right here.
there?
Right here.
No,
No, when you put it, when it's in there right now, back, because you, so it's just that strap, the strap's the only thing that holds that
So on
against
this,
that side.
on this side, it's sitting on this cross member, right? And on this side, it's the panel clip is nestled onto the rail.
And then, okay. Okay, perfect.
Huh? No, that goes on last.
Well, you want to say 40, but 40 kilometers. 25.
Everybody just going right across the prairie.
Well, I'm just thinking on that.
Here's the hookup here. Now this is another thing that will improve. I need a custom length strap there because it's right at the wrong spot. So you know.
Corner of that edge on it. Ratchet to help hold it. So if for whatever reason they don't want the offside put out, is there any reason that
You can use it like it is if you want. Just as one side if you want. Is that what you need?
yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just getting that even, Steve?
That's right. Like I didn't actually leave it on the other side. I just cheated, like you're gonna have times when that round's gonna dip. Okay. That's the problem you're encountering and trying to figure out the best solution.
Okay.
So you'll have two of these straps right here and two more for the side. For you. Right there, I was pushing a lot of weight. I should have winched it up, but I'm just there hoping to get out of this bloody rain. Okay, that's it.
Perfect.
Oh, Larry, put the safety bar. Can't forget that. Isn't that, Larry? This is important because we don't want no liability. Yeah, go ahead, put it in. And just lift it up and drop the thing there. You guys want to know something? You guys want to know something?
Yeah.
Dale owes me a drink.
Well, I should say so. He might owe you more than that. Thanks so much for doing that, though. That was very helpful.
No worries. Thanks for going out there and setting it up. Appreciate it.
You betcha. We're excited.
You guys do incredible work. That's all I gotta say.
We got Daryl there too.
Well, we got everybody. So Daryl and Kevin, that was Kevin just talking, and Alex is here. So Alex will be going down with me. He's the bronze and the brain, and and the looks. I guess I'm not sure why I'm going, but I'm here.
Can you hear them?
Huh?
Can you hear them?
So,
Okay.
So the other thing, look down here, Dale. So you'll see a bit of a bow in these panels up and down here. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna shrink up this hinging point because we're borderline too wide as it is. So you see this gap here? Like this gap we can't shorten, but this gap we can take about an inch off. So the inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches. Just so you're wondering.
nice. Well, I suppose you better go get that drink.
Yeah.
Get out of the wet.
Wow.
All right, boys. Thanks a lot.
No,
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay. See ya.
Yeah.
Bye.